Today I have my March and April book haul for you. I surprisingly acquired a lot of books, although I didn't thought I'd buy that many, but yeah, still a big chunk of books here. So without further ado, let's get into it. The first manga I have to show you is the second volume in the Platinum End manga series by written by Tsugumi Oba and drawn by Takeshi Obata. As I said in my previous videos, I really liked the first volume, so when it was March, I went ahead and ordered the second volume. The next few books are all kind of dealing with the same topic, and that's Japan or learning Japanese. The first of those is Japan for Your Pocket by Françoise Hauser. It's a really cute, petite little book. I mean, look at it, it's so small, it's so cute. And this is basically a lot of info that you get on Japan, on the culture, on the language, on really anything related to Japan that's not really in all of those travel guides, and it's quite chunky for being such a small book. And most of the times you have a question or something like that on the top and then a little text, and it's mostly just one page. And the other Japanese books are Japanese dictionaries. I have a visual dictionary with pictures and two English ones, an English-Japanese, Japanese-English dictionary, and the Oxford Beginner's Japanese Dictionary, because I am studying Japanese at the moment. Next up, I have the first two books in the School for Good and Evil trilogy, School for Good and Evil and School for Good and Evil, A World Without Princes, both by Somen Shanani. Hope I said this name right. And I also mentioned the first book in my I'm back New Year's resolution book tag video, and that I really wanted to read it, so I thought it was time to buy it. And obviously I've read the first book already, otherwise I wouldn't have bought the second book. And it's kind of a love-hate relationship with the first book. There were things that really went on my nerves, and I wasn't sure if I would pick up the second book, but then there was this Talia sale, so the second book was really cheap. That's kind of a good reason for continuing on with the series or trying out the second book, because it wasn't that expensive. Ooh, the next book is really heavy, and that's because it's a really special book. I don't know how to hold it into the camera. And the book is The Complete Sherlock Holmes by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. It's the Barnes & Noble leather-bound edition. Yeah, I finally went ahead and bought myself a Sherlock Holmes book. And onto my April books. I bought mainly mangas this month. The first volume in The Ghost in the Shell by Mazume Shiro. What can I say? The movie is all over the cinemas right now, and I watched it and I really liked the movie and therefore wanted to read the manga, so here I am, bought it. Although I'm not really far into it at the moment because it's so far quite different from the movie, and therefore I'm not the biggest fan. Next up is the 13th volume in the Hyokoi manga series by Moe Yukimaru. Like I said, the cliffhanger was quite bad with the last one, so I actually pre-ordered this one. And yeah, I read all of the Hyokoi manga so far, and therefore I want to read the last two, and yeah, there's only one missing, sadly, and therefore here I am, here I have it. Well, I've read the other 12 volumes, therefore it's not so surprising that I bought this one. And the last mangas I have to show to you, that is the entire manga series of Angel Sanctuary. I bought all 20 volumes used on eBay. I struck a really good deal for those, and yeah, now I have all the entire Angel Sanctuary manga series. I already own the first 4 volumes of this in the 2 deluxe editions, but sadly I didn't buy the 3rd volume of those deluxe editions back then, and now it's the only one that's out of print, and it's freaking expensive, and I don't want to spend like 60 bucks, or no, it's even more than 60 bucks. It was 60 bucks last year. It's like over 100, 200, I don't know how many. It's really fucking expensive for just one volume that you're missing, and then I decided I would spend the money on the old editions instead and save a lot of it. And yeah, now I finally had a good deal and here I have them. The very last book I want to show you, and the only actual physical book that I bought in April, is In Order to Live by Yeonmi Park. I actually heard some things about this book already, and I don't know actually how I came across this book, but I did, and it sounded really interesting, but I wasn't like in the mood for immediately picking it up. Then I saw her speech that I believe went viral like last month, although the speech is like 2 years old, and I saw that speech and I recognized that it was Yeonmi Park, and I recognized her, and the speech was really moving, and therefore I kind of had to have this book right away, and yeah, here I am. And with this book, it's kind of really shocking me already that the author is just like 1 year older than me and has lived such a bad life and has had to endure so much. And I think it will be quite hard when I read this book, because I kind of can compare where I was at the time and what I was doing, and I think that will make it even harder to read this story. But yeah, I'm still really interested, because I actually haven't really dealt with anything about North Korea, and I think I should start, and it seems like a good place to start with. So those were all of the books I acquired in the last 2 months. Quite a lot, but what can I say? I just love books. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Give it a thumbs up if you do, subscribe if you want to see more, and I will see you soon with another video. Goodbye!